Hi, today I want to share a little bit about my egg stand, why I have it, and what I do every day to maintain the egg stand. And I'm going to take you guys with me to collect the chicken eggs. All right, come with me to collect some chicken eggs. First we need to put on our nice chicken egg collecting Crocs. It's one of my dogs. I'm gonna go say hi to these chickens. This is one of my summer hens. She is always one of the first to greet me. That's one of the two roosters on this block side. His name's Little Buddy. He's an Easter egger. Then we have some Americanas and black copper marin and my Chinese swan goose. So let's go in the coop and collect some eggs. We did collect eggs yesterday that I didn't put out, but I already have those in the basket. That's from one day. And the fun part, let's see what we got. This is a black copper marin egg, beautiful. And it looks like we have a couple of eggs back there and quite a few in here. So we have one there. One of these is a dummy egg that helps to train the chickens where you want them to lay eggs. We have an Americana egg, this beautiful blue color. And this looks like a, don't know if that's a this one's a copper marin. It does have some really beautiful dinosaur speckles on it, so we'll add that to the basket. And oh, this is a summer egg that was way in the back there. I almost missed it. A little bit lighter in color than the copper marin, more of a terracotta color. Put that in the basket. And we will grab these two back here. A little hard to see. And these two are a little bit dirtier since they're in the dirt. But these two are also two summer eggs. Go ahead and put those in the basket too. And let's go restock our egg stand. That's a golden lace Wyandotte. She is about 11 years old. She's my oldest chicken. There's black copper marin, an Americana, another Americana, gorgeous coloration on her feathers with the blue, green, and purple. Well summer, and one of my Shiba Inus. So let's go inside now and we'll pack up the eggs. Look at how gorgeous. Sometimes they give the dogs an egg. All right, now I primarily keep chickens so that I can make sure that my family has access to some of the highest quality ingredients. And I love keeping chickens. They're just so much fun. They're really fun to watch. I love seeing the beautiful egg colors. I love collecting the eggs like we just did. It just makes it a lot of fun. So we're gonna go ahead and pack these eggs. I do like to use plastic containers for a couple of reasons with the stand. Number one is that when customers return the plastic curtains, I can sanitize them. So I actually spray them with rubbing alcohol and I will go ahead and clean those cartons and sanitize them and reuse them that way. Whereas the cardboard, you can't really clean it in the same way. So I like to do that. I do not wash my eggs. You can see some of them that's got a little bit of, I don't know if that's sand or a little bit of chicken poop, but that's probably one I'll just keep for myself. We first and foremost have enough eggs for our family, and then any extras we'll put out in the stand and sell. But usually I'll keep the dirtier ones for ourselves and we'll wash them right before use. Because when chickens lay their egg, there's something called a bloom, and it's actually a natural antimicrobial that coats the chicken egg. And we are the only country here in the United States that washes our eggs. Every other country does not wash their eggs. So I think that that's really good, just to leave the bloom on. That's what it's for. And when you don't wash the eggs, you actually don't need to refrigerate them because they have that natural protectant that coats the shell. So you can wash them right before use. I will usually only wash them like this egg. Where did that go? this egg, I would wash before use. It has quite a bit of sand on it. So I'm actually gonna take that over maybe to the trash can and see if I can knock some of that off. I don't wanna wash the egg if at all possible, because it washes off that natural bloom, but I'll just kind of rub that off and it's totally fine. Since it's a little dirtier, probably will not sell this egg. I'll just keep it for myself and wash it right before I'm ready to eat it. So I'll just set that one aside. I love to sort the eggs by color. I just think it's an added, really fun step for the customers to see. I think we have such unique, gorgeous colored eggs. It's really unique. You're never gonna find these kind of eggs in the store where you're gonna get all these beautiful colors of terracotta and copper and blue and pink. I just think it's so special that we have such beautiful, beautiful eggs. So I get a little OCD on sorting the colors and what looks the prettiest. So I'll go ahead, and I have one chicken. I can show you guys her later if you wanna hit that subscribe. I'll definitely do some more videos like that if you're interested. But I have one chicken that lays pink eggs. She's an Easter egger. It's hard to see the color, but this is really, it looks like an off-white. It's not, it's actually a pink colored egg. I'm gonna see how I can get the color to really shine for you guys. Maybe outside when we take them out, but that egg's actually pink. I will also add this little card that says farm fresh eggs with handling instructions, and it lets the customer know that about that bloom, that protective layer that helps to prevent the eggs from getting bacteria on the inside, and that if you want to keep the eggs for longer, you actually don't want to wash them. And it has some instructions on the back side and how long that the eggs stay fresh for. Now, most eggs that you buy in the store will have been sitting there for weeks and weeks. These eggs are so fresh, which means they don't make as good of hard-boiled eggs, because eggs hard boil a lot better when you have them sit out. So that's kind of a fun fact of sometimes people think they're not hard boiling. It's because they're fresh. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in the stand. Okay, I have my other amazing outdoor shoes for stocking up the stand, and this is my egg stand. So you can see we have the sold out sign that's flipped up. I had some customers that returned egg cartons to me, which I really appreciate. I have this great little chalk sign. I'll talk more if you guys if you're interested in this, feel free to subscribe. I'll share some information about how I make sourdough and how I save that sourdough. And then I have a little Venmo box with the money, and I'll show you kind of what I make in a couple days at the stand. It's winter here. It is actually cold enough where I don't need to put an ice pack, but normally I do have a blue ice pack that I'll stick in this cooler. And what we'll do is we'll flip this sign down. We're gonna take the egg curtains and we will clean these so that we can reuse them. And I forgot the key, but I'll show you guys, you know, how we get paid in the box. Some payments come via Venmo, but I'll show you guys, a lot of people pay cash too. Okay. And I do sell my eggs. They are organic for $8 a dozen. You can see we got some cash from our customers, which is great. And I typically I put out a dozen, usually every other day, making sure I have enough for my family first and foremost, and then any extra I will put out in the stand. All right, so let's talk numbers and why I even have an egg stand in the first place. It doesn't make a ton of money, I'll just say that. But I do make about $3,300 a year on this egg stand. Now, first of all, I love keeping chickens, and I am gonna have them anyway. I have to take care of the chickens anyway. So I might as well make a little bit to offset the cost of the feed. But also with the stand, it enables me to have regular repeat customers so that I can put other things in the stand. So one of the things that makes more than eggs, which is more effort, is doing sourdough bread, which I do on the weekend. So if I bake just 5 loaves a week of sourdough bread, I sell that for about $8, which means I'm gonna make about $2,000 profit on the bread. And then for the chicken eggs, I'm making about $1,200 profit. If I sell, let's just say 3 dozen eggs a week at $8 a dozen, that comes out to $12.48. And then you subtract some of the cost of the feed in that too. So is it going to make you retire early? No, not on its own. But if it's something that you're already doing and it's an easy thing to do and you live somewhere where that's reasonable for you, I would recommend it. It doesn't take more than a couple of minutes. You all saw the process, and $3,300 is $3,300. So I will do another video on how I bake sourdough bread and restock the stand on the weekends. I could scale that up, but part of the reason why I'm starting this YouTube channel with my best friend is because we are both moms. I currently work full-time. I have a 15-month-old and I'm pregnant. And so I'm just really trying to find ways that will help me get to a place where I can be a stay-at-home mom with my little kids before they grow up. And I think it's just such an important thing. I've done the career thing and I really want to raise my kids. So if you like this, you found some value to the information shared, or you'd like to learn more, I will be adding more videos along with my best friend. And if this is something you're interested in, frugal living, homesteading, how you balance life, kids, a job, pets, that's the kind of thing that we'll be sharing. So please like, subscribe, comment, send me a Venmo if you want. But I'm trying to become a stay-at-home mom. I'd love to just be home with my kids. I'm so excited that I'm pregnant. I am pregnant at 42. I will be 42 by the time the baby's born, which is incredible. I will say being an older mom and pregnant is a whole different ball game. So if you're there in that situation too, feel free to drop a comment below. I will also link all of the products, the clear egg cartons, the cards that I showed about the washing and storage instructions, where I got them on Amazon in the description below. Thank you all so much for joining and watching. Hopefully you watch through to the end. And have a great day. Stay tuned for more updates. Thanks.